So hello everyone, Monori, and welcome to my review of Serial Killer episode 11. I think it's a really good episode, probably one of the best episodes this season or anime, right? Because it's only one season, right? And it has some really good parts and some minor bad parts, but I would say it was a really big and bad parts. My favorite part obviously was, spoiler actually, was the final revelation of the game they ever said. So I've been saying this for a long time. I'm like, why do I ever have this game thing? Why do I ever game with a neck? So it was really good, even though it kind of went on a little too much on it almost. But I loved to see that where 13 is playing. Okay, I have this game. I gave it to everyone because I had this huge game on his staff. And as soon as I had a game on his staff, now I get it. Yeah. So he had this game on his staff, so you can see through them because it's kind of like with the eyes on almost, right. So I think that was really good actually, and I really enjoyed finding out about that. And the whole battle, the ended kind of quickly though. I really liked, not the battle itself, but I really loved like serious smugness after, just like, of course I was gonna win. Because okay, so spoilers here then for Jade Empire, it's like a 20 years old game, like a 50 years old game for the Xbox. Jade Empire, for example, it's the same thing, where you take martial arts and you're training her to teaching you like your master, teaching you like the wrong shit for all these years. You know the martial arts stuff. But it's like, oh, but I didn't taught you the last attack. I didn't think of this thing and so on. So it's like you have like 90% of the skills. They can beat you if you will betray him and so on. I love that. She was like, oh, I wrote the book for this. So you have like almost my magic, but not really my magic. So yeah, that's that. So you chant her magic, right? But you haven't, like, you say one word wrong or something. She's like, yeah, you're losing out on some percentage of power there. So no one can beat me with my magic. I was like, yeah, if you ever betray me. I love that part. And she was like, yes. That being said, though, I think they're never gonna go into this. The fact that we got was just like her writing the book, right? It was really cute. There's some moments they allow each other slapping on Sturdy's body and so on, and carrying her on and rolling. It was some really good scenes there, some cute scenes. But he's using her magic. So while I think it's heavily implied he's the weakest one of all ever, like 1 to 12 he all killed. I guess that he used her magic, and even if he didn't use it perfectly, he could kill them all. I guess, or he maybe stabbed him in the back. I don't know. I'm guessing that. I think they're never gonna go into that. This flashback didn't show anyone else right, and they probably never will in this anime. So. We can use theory crafting that, right? That being said, though, I do think his side swapping is both good and bad. That he does it so quickly, it's really stupid in one way, right? But it does finally get us that kind of the adventure team. I would say that since episode like 3 or 4 something, that they're gonna team up with like Hold'em 13, and it's gonna be like their, the adventure team, right? The classic adventure 5, whatever, Fellowship of the Ring kind of team. And they finally get that in the last part of this episode, episode 11. So yeah, like yay, finally. So obviously 13 had to change sides to kind of get that going, and in one way it makes sense to change sides quickly. He's kind of indifferent to it, so when he finds oh, he doesn't want it, okay, I'm gonna change sides then. So it kind of makes sense, but on the same time, like, can he be redeemed? He's killed so many people. He has obviously killed everyone that he grew up with. They might all be douchebags or something, but still he should be like, fuck you 13, you killed everyone that I knew, except me, right? Myself, yes, us two killed everyone in our family. And then he killed like numerous people around the world, right? So it's like, man, that beast is so easily like redeeming him, or like the beast like accept his redemption kind of thing during the battle and jumping in. I really didn't like it. It's like that. No. It's one thing that 13 would change his mind, but that beast guy would be like, no, he's probably changed his mind like after like 1 minute, and then he jumps into the take the bolt, kind of cool scene, very unexpected though, very unexpected twist though. So I liked that part, and she gets the best instead. So in one way, it was quite a great scene, right? Because it was very unexpected. It made Siri actually lose the battle, and then she might have the stab. Then it was actually and she was like no, blah blah. So actually, it was pretty good. Everything that part, just except that it felt like very forced that Beast would accept him right so early, because he pretty much hadn't even changed side until after the battle, right? I think it would be better to have some of the dialogue they had after the battle, before the battle, right? So we kind of get, as viewers, like, yeah, maybe 13 actually is getting what he means with Zero, doesn't want this country like that. Interesting. And then she's like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill you, 13, you kill everyone. And then the fight, and he's like, no, and then, that's actually the big mistake, to be honest. Probably the actual one that reads the episode. They probably could put some dialogue early, right? And then have that dialogue, and then have battle later, and then have the thing. Because that didn't make much sense that he would sacrifice himself And then 13 is given is like, yeah, you know what? I agree with you guys after the battle, right? So I think that could be better. That could have been absolutely better. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it. He changed his mind in that sense. It's easy. It's more about him changing side. I don't think it's so bad thinking about it. It's kind of like, he, in his perspective, he changed his mind. That is not so bad. It's more about that they accept him, I think. They show very little resentment. So that's why I love and Holden. Holden was my favorite character as well, but I love and Holden was punching him down, like, like getting him. That was great though, in that sense, because Holden was like, fuck this shit, I don't fucking care, I'm gonna kill you, kill Serena. Seems to be correct, but still, like, yeah, that is good. Holden is like, fucking kill everyone. So I like that Holden wasn't, he was not having it, right? So I like that a lot, actually. And I wish that, the other guys would be a little more of that earlier. So anyway, let's go to the whole other sport. That part is probably the weakest part of the episode. Like, even though I changed that thing could have been better, the whole that, like, the talking and fighting thing generally could be better. The whole other part was kind of like nothing was wrong with it. It's just kind of there, right? I think that was more like that, yeah. So probably the weakest part in that sense. It's kind of like, yeah, okay, they're running from arrows again for the 5th episode, so they're doing arrows. They only had that freaking spell, right? And the running, that trick was pretty cool, the spell, and then he punched him in the face afterwards, the smoke thing, that was pretty nice. But there was these kind of generally kind of repetitive things in earlier, right? So, and obviously Holden was gonna, help others escape as soon as something's happening, right? So it was very obvious. Yeah. The last part that was pretty good, as I mentioned, Holden was attacking 13, that was really good. But also, of course, Albus again is like, what the fuck, you were him? Taking off that gem thing they mentioned earlier, yeah, that was great, throwing it on the ground. And then she tries to attack 13, right? He's like, no, you can't attack me. Then you will vanish, because I have this, like, blood book, Everyone's soul contract here, yeah. It's like, touch it, it's like, you get this pamphlet comes out, and like, bursts up, it's like, now you can hurt me. That was good. That was nice. It was like, here, touch this thing. I was like, yeah, no, you're free. But overall, I think it was a really good episode, and yeah, I want to see the conclusion. It's kind of weird, actually, especially for the conclusion now, because what are they gonna fight now? Like, they did kind of redeem 13. He's with them now. So who are they actually gonna fight? Except the different armies that he's supposedly controlling both of them, like. Are they just gonna try to do the magic thing? I suppose that obviously the main goal to do the magic pentagon, right? They used to raise the magic, give people magic again, like give everyone magic, and then yada yada. It's kind of like they don't have anyone to fight really, because 13 was the major boss, right? And he's changed his mind now, so no one have these scrubs magicians. Like they can just enter the room and it's like, nope, all my magic, and like everyone's useless. So I don't really know what they're actually gonna combat. I saw the preview, the magicians are gonna attack the main castle, right, the main city, and like blow up the gates. I guess fight the other magicians, that are like state magicians. But how's it gonna affect 13 so? I don't know actually what they're gonna do. I guess he's gonna go and do this stuff probably. Hopefully, because there's one episode left. Hopefully they end the whole like struggle thing like quickly, like 10 minutes, like half the episode. And then we see some, some nice epilogue with like 13 and Zero and like Beast as the human, I guess, and living some happy life, some cottage, something like that. Right? I think that would be nice. I think. Then they can probably do that, because I don't really see what they're gonna fight really in this episode, except to just do the circle thing. Everyone else is to level 1 scrub levels, right? So they can't really affect them. It feels like you see them enter that circle of enemies, right? It's like my medic, bam, everyone's defeated, like in one spell, right? So it's kind of like, what are the armors can do to them? They can just like boom, boom, okay, you're out. They can't even hurt 13, right? So it's like, I hope they can end that battle and end the war quickly, and then instead see some nice like relationship ending, some kids. I don't know. I think they will be better. So this anime has a lot of been more about the love between the characters, right? Much more than some fantasy struggle thing, right? So yeah. I hope for that. Anyway, I'll see you next week, final episode, and have a great day.